Hello, everyone. How are you? I am here taking a break from the heat. There's a little barbecue restaurant here in Helotes, Texas, just right outside of San Antonio, and drinking a tea from Bill Miller's. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a barbecue place, and it's kind of fast food, but they have really good barbecue. And if you keep this cup, you get not free refills, but 50-cent refills. But you gotta make sure it's clean. So hey, if you like this video, please give me a like. But I haven't finished the video yet, so we'll find out if you like it or not. So the question is Q&A with a person of dwarfism. I have achondroplasia dwarf. I am a achondroplasia dwarf, and there's like 200 different kinds of dwarfism. And my dwarfism is achondroplasia. My wife is also achondroplasia, and I have two sons, and one has achondroplasia, and the other is average size. Well, average size is the term that we use to differentiate, if that's a word, yeah. If a person has dwarfism or a person is average size. And my oldest son is 5'8", and my sons are older. My wife and I have been together or married for 33 years. And when two little people meet, sometimes if the other little person has never met another little person, sometimes they go, "Oh wow, who is that?" and so, and then my wife and I, some friends of ours. I belong to an organization called Little People of America, and we have a chapter here in San Antonio, a group. And at the time, one of my friends and his wife asked me if I wanted to go on a double date with him and his wife with my wife, which wasn't my wife at the time, but I said sure. So we started dating right after that, and then I guess maybe a year or so, I proposed to my wife, and so we've been married for 33 years, almost 34 in March. So I know it's not just necessarily about me, but there's like 200 types of dwarfism. And sometimes when you are thinking about having a family, a person with dwarfism, they normally have to do some thinking, because when they start to have a family, there's some things to think about. And it doesn't really matter, but if the child is going to be average size or not. B, is the child going to have dwarfism? And if they do have dwarfism, what kind of dwarfism they could have? C, if the dwarfism is what they call double dominant, and double dominant is when the small gene and of the both parents get together. Sometimes the child will not survive. But I have known some people that have survived. So our first son, my wife and I's first son, was average size, and he's a young man now. He's 5'8", and my youngest son is about as tall as me now, and he's in his, well, he'll be 21 in August, and my oldest son will be 27 in November. Um, my wife and I had lost a child in between. Uh, my wife had back surgery that she had to have because of if she didn't have it, it might have caused complications where she would never walk again. So um, she was, my wife was pregnant at the time, and we knew it was going to be, serious surgery. Oh, a truck starting right there. But we didn't want her to not be able to walk again. So that was a little girl that she was pregnant with, and we ended up having some complications during the surgery, and so we lost our child. And she was going to have dwarfism, but there's people with dwarfism live an average life. What I mean by that is we live as normal as possible, and we do, sometimes we have to have stools and little ladders and little modifications. Like for me to drive my car, I have to have extended pedals. Some little people had to have a pillow behind their backs. I don't have to have a pillow under me or on my back to see over the dash, what I call the dashboard. And sometimes the grocery store adventures are fun because sometimes there's stuff on the top shelf that has to be reached. So you either try to find somebody that works at the store or ask somebody that's walking by and say, "Excuse me, can you do me a favor? Can you hand me that?" Or don't tell anybody. You climb the shelf. And you get it from usually there's a big truck just going by. I think you get the can, or you move some cans from the bottom shelf and you kind of, okay, I got it. Or you'd like, say you had a box of cereal in your basket, and you take the box of cereal and you like, okay, oh, I got it. You knock it off the shelf. So, yeah, that's the little things. But sometimes you have to compromise what you're doing in order to get things done. At home, my home is not modified for me and my family. Sometimes little people have their homes or their kitchens redone to fit them, but sometimes that costs a lot of money. And then when you decide you want to sell your home, unless you sell it to another little person, then it'll be hard to sell. Or you have to spend a lot of money redoing it again. So. This tea's good. It's a very hot day here in San Antonio. It's like 97 degrees outside. So, what was I saying? Okay. But yeah, shopping adventures. And then, sometimes people think that our life are like the shows on TV. Well, it's not exactly like the shows on TV. Oh, it's saying I'm having a bad connection. Okay, let's hope we'll keep going, and if it throws me off, then we'll figure it out. yeah, a lot of the shows on TV are scripted, and not to say any of the shows are bad. I'm not saying that. It's just that a little person's life is not always party hardy and act silly and you know stuff like that. You know, we have our life that we do, and just like everybody else, and it's just not like that. So there's other on those shows you see people with different types of dwarfism, and there's so many different kinds. There's 200 kinds of dwarfism that it would be hard for me just to name every one of them, and then you would go, okay, I'm leaving this broadcast because he's just reading a bunch of different kinds of terms. And so, but just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a Q&A of that. I was hoping that get some viewers to answer some actual questions. But thank you for joining me. I'll see you all next time. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, please. And then if you want to share it, that'd be great. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be great too. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.